The modern science communicator operates in a world of pure evidence, spending their time cataloging and organizing massive arrays of physical data. Their work is guided by the assumption that the public operates the same way, that presenting objective, undeniable facts is the most effective way to change a person's mind. This process is grueling, requiring months of data collection and peer review to verify even a single scientific truth before it can be shared with the world. But despite this dedication to the truth, the communicator is entering a conflict for which they have no actual defense. We see this failure in the massive statistical reality of climate change. Decades of precise, vital data have struggled for years to motivate individual action at scale. While that data sits stagnant, an unscientific, highly emotive anecdote can go viral across these digital networks in a matter of hours. In one case, a rumor claimed that a local larvicide application, identical to the one seen here, was the direct cause of a sudden birth defect outbreak. The public accepted this single narrative as absolute reality almost instantly, bypassing the actual scientific consensus on the matter. The communicator is left watching months of rigorous research get sidelined by a single unverified post, raising a difficult question about why raw evidence failed to hold the floor. To find the answer, the communicator has to stop looking at the data and start looking at the biological hardware of the audience. It begins with cognitive bias. The brain doesn't function like a spreadsheet. When massive waves of statistical results hit this mental filter, they bounce off. This hardware evolved to quickly categorize immediate threats or allies. A single character-driven story fits perfectly, allowing it to pass right through. Pushing pure statistics into the public consciousness ignores the brain's baseline operating system. We can see this mismatch clearly when comparing the larvicide rumor to climate data. The rumor utilized an immediate fear. It provided a sympathetic victim and a clear, tangible villain. Climate change data, when presented empirically, lacks these narrative anchors. There is no singular, identifiable villain for the brain to categorize as a threat. The consequences are abstract and dispersed across the globe, meaning there is no single victim to trigger an emotional response. The rumor's success relied on its narrative structure, providing a clarity and emotional resonance that the raw data lacked. If the truth is going to spread, the communicator has to stop fighting the brain's hardwired bias and start working with it. This is the narrative Trojan horse. You pack dry, peer-reviewed data inside a character-driven story. This emotional hook bypasses the brain's natural resistance to statistics. Once inside the cognitive defenses, the narrative dissolves, depositing the empirical facts directly into the audience's understanding. This strategy is the only viable armor that protects the truth long enough for it to actually be heard. The modern communicator cannot be just a passive collector of objective facts. In the current landscape of information, having the data is only half the battle. To ensure that evidence actually impacts the public consciousness, the collector of facts must become a master of the story.